Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here with us tonight. This is the first of a series of events we're currently planning and here in our office. And we're going to touch in different topics and showcasing our internal project and our cloud expertise. So this time we decided to kick off with two of our biggest projects related to cloud management platform and our customized service for financial institutions. So each session is going to be around 20 minutes, and after each session we're going to have around 10 minutes of Q&A. From 8:40 we're going to have a social gathering here. We're going to have some drinks, eat pizzas. Of course I'm Italian, so I ordered pizza for tonight. And if you're not able to cover everything during the Q&A, you can just approach us and ask all the questions you might have later on. FIXER was established in 2009, and we started as a customer-centric company. So at that time, many Japanese companies require detailed information and control over their technologies. And they have a tough time to trust other companies with their IT services. So we decided to focus on our customer first. We have a different kind of expertise, such as digital marketing solution, AI, blockchain as well, but we're especially known for support and development and for being able to provide managed service optimized for public clouds. We have different kind of customers, such as Toyota and Panasonic, and recently we also opened the door in the financial institutions. So we're currently working with several banks in Japan. When we talk about Microsoft Azure, we are definitely expert in this area. We have been dealing with the cloud platform since its birth, and we know the platform inside out. We currently have 4 offices in Japan. Our headquarters here. We have an office in Nagoya, our cloud center in Tsu, near Prefecture, and we just opened a new office in Kanazawa. So we have been extremely successful locally, so we decided to expand our business on a global scale as well. This is the reason why within this year we're planning to open 2 new offices, one in Silicon Valley and one in Bangalore. Here you can see some of our awards from Microsoft. In 2013 and 14, we have been awarded for 2 years in a row as a top cloud service vendor by Microsoft Japan. And last year, we've been awarded as a partner of the year by Microsoft US. As I said before, we have been dealing with Azure since its birth, and in fact, we were the first CSP qualified vendor in Japan among 26 globally qualified. And also, as I said before again, we are experts in AI and machine learning. And 2 Microsoft MVPs are working at FIXER in the AI machine learning space. And if you think that globally, there are around 9 people, 9 Microsoft MVPs in this space, 2 out of 9 work at FIXER. If we think about our competitive advantages and what makes FIXER unique and competitive in the market, we can definitely talk about market leadership in Japan regarding Azure. So we have constantly been one of the top 3 companies in Japan for Azure consumption revenue. And the forecasting for this year is around 5.5 million USD. Customer-driven design. So as I said before, we're a customer-centric company. And through the years, we have learned how to support different kinds of customer accounts, such as CPAs, MSPs, EAs, and then customers, and we deal directly with business decision makers and the system architecture manager to fix their challenges as soon as possible. Also, next generation services. For this part, Armin will gonna provide you with more details shortly, but right now, our new platform, Cloud Config, we expanding our expertise into real-time support for monitoring and billing. Also, there are upcoming features related to provisioning, auto-scaling, geo-scaling, and so on. And our strength in the financial industry. For this part, Takenaka is going to discuss in more detail later. And right now, we're working with 2 regional banks, and we're shifting their all on-premise infrastructure to the cloud Azure. And this through our customized solution called Cloud Config for FISC. Here you can see some of our customers and the gradual transition to the cloud. So, because of the importance of the cloud, we have to adjust ourselves on a constant basis to provide our customers with the latest cutting-edge technologies and competitive service in the market. So, where FIXER was founded in 2009, the cloud wasn't really crucial for business efficiency and was just an option. But from 2012, it started to become a better option compared to the on-premises one, especially for contents delivery and gaming industry. That period we registered a massive consumption for gaming industry. But it's from 2015 that the cloud becomes something special, thanks to IoT and AI. And also, recently, we opened up the door with the financial industries, that if you think about that, is an area extremely defensive when we talk about cloud technology. So this is all from my side, so just a quick introduction. So I'll give the floor to Aaron, who is going to discuss about Cloud Config Platform. Thank you.
Hi there everybody. So as that states, I'm Aaron Mayfield and I'm the Cloud Solutions Architect here at FIXER. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Cloud.config portal, which is something we've recently built off of a legacy product, and I'm hopefully going to describe the journey we went through and just try to give you a bit of insight into the processes we follow here and why we built this product. Just a little bit of history about me actually. I've been working in the IT profession for about 11 years now. I started off as kind of an IT technical support kind of guy for a few years and then got a good opportunity to move into the cloud infrastructure space as well as application development, and I've just grown from there ever since. And now I'm living in Japan and working for FIXER and building a great product. So the Cloud.config roots. What was it originally? What was the legacy product? Well, it was kind of touched on by Fabrizio, but I'll explain it in a little bit more detail. It's effectively a service sitting on top of the Azure cloud to do everything a customer really needs, technically, while the customer can worry more about their business needs. So take, for example, what if the infrastructure as a service is provided as in Microsoft Azure. You can see they provide virtualization, compute services, storage and networking. Well, what we try to do in FIXER is take the top half there, which is applications, data, your runtime, middleware, operating systems, the services that are running in the cloud, and we try to take care of all of it for you, which is shown on the right-hand side, left-hand side there, my right, and we try to cover basically all of it. So you come to us with a problem, and we try to fix it for you. Say, application deployment, moving your on-premise system to a hybrid environment, or even lift and shift, as Fabrizio put it earlier, moving you completely from on-premise into the cloud. And we try to cover most sectors, I believe, and we've recently got into the financial sector. In addition to that, we look at the platform as a service as well, and we also try to take what Azure does and build on top of it. So, although they provide services that are really, really useful and help you configure your applications quite easily, we kind of want to take that away from you and make your lives easier, or make organizations' lives easier. Okay, moving on. So, how did the Cloud.config portal evolve? Originally, it was a service, and it kind of evolved into two things, really. A service and a portal. What the portal really was there to do is make FIXER's identity as what they like to call a CSP in Microsoft Azure, and make their lives easier. So a CSP, for those of you that don't know, is a cloud solutions provider, and effectively what they do is they resell the Azure services. So say you're a customer who doesn't really understand Azure, and you want to know and understand Azure, or maybe you are not interested in doing any of the hard work on Azure. So you let us know, we'll take those requirements and we'll do everything for you. So the portal as a CSP allowed us to really just make our lives easier within the organization. The Cloud Config Portal 2.0 is what we're calling it for the time being. We haven't yet got a name, but essentially we looked at what the old portal did, which is support CSPs. We provided it to customers as sort of a manual process. We installed it on site for them, and it was a lot of manual work was really needed to install this product. So Oscar and I looked at what they had, and with the options we were given, we decided to rebuild that product. And looking at what that product was and what it could be, along with the company's requirements, FIXER's requirements that is, we identified 4 different audiences that we wanted to support in the Azure space to start with. So Azure being a cloud provider, we recognized that there are 4 different user types that we could really support with this new product. The first being end customers, who is your everyday user. I could be using it from home, I could sign up to Azure and start paying for it, and that's it, simple as that. That's the type of user that an end customer represents. There's the CSP, which as I described earlier is someone who resells the cloud or can onboard resellers themselves and act as more of a distributor of the Microsoft Azure cloud. There's the MSP as well. What an MSP is a little bit more of the management side of things of the cloud. So take, for example, a number of organizations who have recently migrated themselves to the cloud, and they have figured that it's a bit too difficult for them. They're not really interested in proceeding with using it and learning more about it. So what they'll do is they'll approach what's called an MSP. That's a managed service provider. And that MSP would essentially take that account away from them and say, don't worry about any of the problems you might experience, we'll keep it supported, we'll keep it healthy, you just worry about your business. And we identified that as a user type, as FIXER is actually self-identifying as both a CSP and an MSP in-house, so they're the perfect test bed as well for building this new product. And an EA account, which is an enterprise agreement account, and what that essentially represents is larger organizations, maybe under an umbrella with several subsidiaries or several departments, basically huge organizations that really can't control all of their Azure resources in just a single account. So they want to broaden their horizons, and that's what the EA account is for. So with those audiences identified, we then needed to figure out the story for each of those accounts, and they are as follows. So the end users will likely use this portal to manage their costs and monitor their Azure subscriptions. They may also need detailed information on resource health. So that's kind of self-explanatory. You want to, as an end user, you want to manage your costs, you want to make sure they're low, and you obviously want to make sure they're healthy as well. If there's any problems, utilization, inefficiencies, you want to be able to replace those fairly seamlessly and maybe even automatically. And that's what this portal aims to achieve. As a CSP, you will use this portal to focus on being able to quickly and accurately bill your customers and see your real-time costs, or see customer real-time costs as they come in. Again, pretty self-explanatory. You as a CSP just want to be able to control your money more. That's simple as that, really. As an MSP, you will use this portal to monitor resources and immediately identify issues in their client's activity to begin troubleshooting. So, yeah, as I explained earlier, an MSP likes to look after their customers, and really there are no sole platforms that are capable of managing those resources, and the Cloud Config Portal 2.0 aims to provide that. And the EA accounts, they will use this portal to manage their costs in real time based on their internal hierarchy, reduce cost spending, and seamlessly generate billing reports. So very similar to the end customer, but more focused on the enterprise level requirements.